Hey there, everybody. Here we are with the Cologne 2015 replay, and this is a kind of unique replay in that I'm playing as far as Cologne pitches. So if he pitches 2 innings, game's over in 2 innings. If he pitches four, game's over in four. I'm using payoff pitch and just having fun with it. Now, he had a 14 and 13 record, and I believe it was a 4.18 ERA. But I got to double check that. I will right now. He's playing the Braves. It's Alex Wood, the lefty. Yeah, yeah. Let me look real quick here at what he did. Yeah, he was 14 and 13, um, and his ERA was 4.16. He gave up only 24 walks in 194 innings, so that's pretty interesting. And he's 0-1 right now. He just lost to the. He went, I believe, 3 or 4 innings, and he lost to the Washington Nationals. Gave up 6 runs in I think 3 innings. So hopefully he does a little bit better in this game. On my right, I have iScore set up on an iPad, a 10-inch iPad. On my left, I have some stats on an 8-inch iPad. And I'm going to roll here. We're playing at Turner Field, and it's going to be Alex Wood pitching to Juan Lagares. 2015 is the year the Mets make it to the World Series. Patient, and it's a 28. A patient 28 against a lefty. It's going to be a double. So Lagares strokes a double. It's a good sign for Bart. He's going to have a little bit of run support. Let's see if they can get him home. David Wright batting second when he was still around. He only had 160 at bats, 155 at bats this year. Kind of sad that his career is over. He retired. 7, and that's going to be a tough 57. A tough 57 against a lefty is going to be a fly ball to right field. And in right is Markakis. Holding up is Lagares at second. And it's Lucas Duda. Lucas Duda versus lefties hit 285 and had 7 home runs. And that's a 6, a tough 34. Tough 34 is a strikeout. Don't see very many lefties, so I have to keep on reminding myself to look on the left side. So forgive me if I keep on repeating, hey, it's a lefty. Michael Kadire, he was playing with the Mets. I think they signed him as a free agent for a year contract, I believe. And that's a 10. That's patient 99. A patient 99 is going to be out of the range, the patient range, and into the out range. It's a fly, but that's going to be a pop-up because we're doing a modification here. It's a pop-up to the third baseman. On that last number, 99. If it's a 7, it goes to the third baseman. If it's a 9, it goes to the first baseman as a pop-up. So you can go to the Sideline Strategy Delphi forum, and you can see all the modifications that guys come up with, and mess around with the game and have fun doing that. It's a great game, great cards. I love it. All right, so that's all she wrote for the Mets here, and it's gonna be Eric Young, center fielder, Jace Peterson, the second baseman, and Nick Markakis, the right fielder, coming up to face Bart Cologne. This is going to be interesting. See if he can get through the inning without giving up a run. In his last outing, gave up 4 runs in the first inning, including 2 home runs. All right, so that's a 6. A 6 is in play. 27. Excuse me. An in-play 27 is, he just makes it out of the in-play range. And it's a 27. That makes it a line drive to the second baseman. All right, so he gets an out. Bart gets an out. It's great. All right, Jace Peterson. And that's an 8. That's a ballpark, an 84 from a lefty. It's going to be in play. We're going to pull a card for this in play just to use the fast action. 69, in play 69. That takes us to the out range, and that's a ground ball. Hit it Flores. Flores up with it to Duda. 2 outs. It should be Nick Markakis. Then it's going to be Freeman. Let's fix that. They're still on the team together. As far as I know, I'm not sure if Nick Markakis is gone, but they were on the team together. 8, that's a ballpark. 29, lefty. 29 is going to be Wheelhouse. That's trouble. Wheelhouse against a righty. Not really. Markakis didn't have very much power. Only hit 3 home runs that year. So 1-5 home run. See what happens here. It's a 48. A 48 in the Wheelhouse is going to be in the out range, and that's going to take us to a ground ball to the third baseman, right, and he whips it across the diamond for out number 3. So, all right, Colon, 3 up, 3 down. Oh no, actually, yeah, 3 up, 3 down. That's good news. Alex Wood takes the mound. He's going to face John Mayberry. Faces John Mayberry. And that's a 10. Patient 92. Patient 92 off a lefty goes into the out range. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. 1 away. Anthony Recker next. He's a catcher. He's a pretty good catcher. He's got an A range and he's got a 4 arm. Not too shabby. The lower the arm rating, it goes to 1, the better for a catcher. And that's going to be a 10. That's Patient 79. Patient 79. Oh, and that's going to be a base hit for Anthony Recker. Singles. Look at that. That was unexpected. Patient 10. And 79, and that's a base hit. All right, Anthony Recker showing a little bit of offense. So it's Wilmer Flores. Wilmer Flores playing shortstop. 7, that's tough. 68, a tough 68. Takes us into the out range. 68 is going to be a ground ball 4, but we have a 7. Let's see where that's an 8 double play and a 9 double play. So that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. Ground out 4-6-3. Oh, let's do that again. I went too fast. Ground out 4-6-3. Runner out at second. Double play. Boom. All right. So that's it for an inning and a half. And Bart is back on the mound. Bart Colon. Bart Colon will be facing Freddie Freeman, A.J. Przinsky, who was retired, and Johnny Gomes. Don't know where he is. May still be out there playing. Not too sure. All right. Move this up just a little bit. There we go. Move it to the side. We have a little extra space to roll the dice. All right, here's the pitch to Freeman. That's a 4. That's a Patient, a 37. A Patient 37 is a base on balls. So Freeman on with a walk. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Markakis. What's going on here? Wait a second. Who made the last out for them? It was Markakis. Who made the last out? So it should be Freeman. And it's a 4. It's a Patient 37. A Patient 37 is a base on balls. All right, there we go. We put that there. We put that there. And it's A.J. Przinsky with a runner on first. And that's a 12. That's in play. A 0-7. In play 0-7. It's going to be a double. Let's see what kind of result we get here. Runner on first, a double with runner on first advances 2 bases. So we're going to have second and third now. Przinsky hits a double and Freeman stops at third with nobody out. Not going to risk that. All right. Having some issues picking up these cards. Johnny Gomes. Second and third. And that's an 8. That's ballpark 32. Gomes is a righty at 32. Is going to put it in the wheelhouse. He's a 1-12 home run. Let's see what happens here. A 77. Hopefully that's in the out range, and it is. 77 is an F8. Now this may be a sacrifice fly. Since it is a wheelhouse sacrifice fly, let's see what happens. Fly out, wheelhouse, runner on third scores. So it is a sacrifice fly. And everybody else holds up. Brzezinski holds up. And there's one out. Braves lead at 1-0. Now it's Alberto Calaspo. I wrote him in as Albert. Thinking maybe a fat Albert, I don't know. Albert Calaspo. He's a switch hitter. Let's write that in. He's a switch hitter. No, just trying to... I don't know, it doesn't let me write anything in. Let me see if I can do that. Calaspo. Yeah, there it is. Bats both. Okay, here's the pitch from Cologne. Brzezinski's on a second, not very much speed. 12, that's in play. A 70, an in-play 70. It's going to take us to the out range. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. Brzezinski's going to hold at second. So 2 away now. And it's Andrelton Simmons. And that's a 6. That's in play. 67, in play 67. It's going to take us to the out range. 67. It's going to be a fly ball center field again. So Juan Lagares gets all 3 outs. And after 2, it's Atlanta 1. That's nothing. So Alex Wood, the lefty, is going to face Ruben Tejada, then Cologne, and then Juan Lagares. And that's an 8. That's in play. And we're looking at a 53, in play 53. Nope. Goes into the out range, and that's a ground ball hit at Calaspo. Calaspo crossed the diamond to Freeman. 1 away, 5-3. Now, Cologne, I think it was the following year in 2016, hit his first home run of his career, of a 20-some-odd-year career, against James Shields in San Diego. Here's the pitch from Alex Wood. 7, that's tough. 59, a tough 59 is a strikeout. Strikeout, yeah. And it's Juan Lagares. That's a 5, that's patient. A 20, a patient 20 is a base on balls. And Lagares 7, only 7 stolen bases, so he'll periodically steal a base, but he's not doing it right now. David Wright, and that's a 9, that's in play. 67, in play 67, goes into the out range. 67, that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman, Peterson. He flips to Simmons for out number 3. So Big Sexy is going to be facing the pitcher Alex Wood. And on the top of the order, Eric Young, the center fielder, and Jace Peterson, the second baseman. We're replaying 2015. Got a pretty good ball game so far. Let's not, hopefully we didn't speak too soon. 8, that's a ballpark, 61. 61, and he's a lefty. It doesn't matter. Oh, well, it does matter here. 61, it's in play. I'm going to pull a card, and it's a 20, an in-play 20. It's going to be a single. Single for the pitcher, Alex Wood. That's not good. Not good at all. Eric Young is going to swing away. There's no bunting here. It's ridiculous. Gonna give away an out against Bartolo Colon. Come on. 8. Ballpark again. 0-1 ballpark. Uh, that takes us. He's a right hand. No, he's a switch hitter. He's batting lefty. But he's still 0-1 is definitely going to be in the wheelhouse. Wheelhouse against a righty. Oh, not Eric Young. No power. No home runs. So best he could do is a double. 96, and that's going to be way out. That's going to be an out. It's a fly ball to left. Fly ball to left. And that's not going to do anything. Eric, now it's going to be Jace Peterson. Jace Peterson. 1 out. Alex Wood is on first. He singled. 8, that's ballpark. 44. It's a lefty. 44 takes us to the in play. 27, in play 27 is going to be a single. And our fast action card is going to tell us soft blooper into right field. Runner at first advances 1 base. Runner at first advances 1 base, so it's a single first and second now. And it's Nick Markakis. Markakis grounded out in the first inning. He batted in the first inning. That's a 7. That's in play. My goodness. 85, an in play 85. It's going to take us into the out range, and that's going to be a ground ball second base. This may be a double play, and it is. It's a 4-6-3 double play, and the Mets are out of the inning. Ground out, 4-6-3 double play. So Nick Markakis basically hits into a double play, and we go to top of the 4th. Mets are leading it off with Lucas Duda against Alex Wood, lefty versus lefty. But Duda hit pretty well against lefties in 2015, batted .285 with 7 home runs. So that's a 9. That's in play. A 0-6. In play 0-6. That's going to be a double for 0-6. That's a double for Duda. Michael Kadire with Duda at second base, the tying run. And that's a 4. That's ballpark. 36, a righty, 36. That's going to be wheelhouse. 1-20. Nope. 1-9 is going to be a home run off a lefty. 1-9 is a 64. That's in the out range. A 64 is a fly ball to right. Fly ball to right, and that's 1 out. John Mayberry. Mayberry against lefties at 57 at bats, batted 175 with 2 home runs. Don't expect him to do too much. That's a tough 51. A tough 51. It's going to be a double. And that's going to be an RBI double. A tough 51, believe it or not. John Mayberry, who batted 175, hits a double off of Alex Wood. And that ties the ball game. Round to score is Duda. And Mayberry on at second with a double. Pretty good speed. Anthony Recker. Recker is 1 for 1. He's singled. Here's the pitch. It's a 7. That's tough. 45. Tough 45. It's a strikeout. For out number 2. Recker down on strikes. And it's Wilmer Flores. Flores grounded out. It's an 11. That's defense. See what happens here. Defense range, shortstop. Simmons. What kind of range does Simmons have? Probably pretty good. Simmons. Range is A. He's an A range. So we're going to use the 11. Oh, wait a second. That may be a hit, and it is. Gets through. Not even Simmons can reach it. That's one of the top ranges that you can have in this game. Gets through for a single, and that may score a run here. We're going to check and see now. It's a hit. The number is a 7. Yeah, it's going to be a 2-base hit, or rather a single, but the runner advances 2 bases. And the Mets go up 2-1. Wilmer Flores gets one through the infield. He was signed as a Met when he was 16. Just recently he was released. His contract wasn't extended, if you will, however you want to say it. All right, Ruben Tejada, Wilmer Flores at first. That's a 4. A 4 is going to be ballpark, 38. Tejada's a righty, 38. That's wheelhouse. A 1-21 is going to be a moonshot, and it's a 49. Oh, it just missed being a hit. Takes us into the out range. It's a ground ball to first, and that'll do it. But the Mets take the lead with 2 runs here in the top of the 4th, and they're up 2-1 now. So Colon has a lead. Been hanging in there so far. He's allowed only 3 hits. It's going to be Freddie Freeman. We're at Turner Field here in 2015. This is the second game of the season for Bart. And that's an 11. That's defense. See what happens on the defense. Error second base. We got Tejada at second base. See what he is on the error. On an error, he is at second base. He is a 5, so that's not too shabby. We're going to use the 93, so that's going to be an out. 93 is going to be an out. What kind of out's an 11? It's a ground ball out. So Ruben fields it over to first, and Freddie Freeman's out. All right. Bart Colon, that's a 7, that's in play. A 0-8 in play, 0-8 is a double. So Przinsky doubles. I believe that's the second double of the game. You can tap on their names here. I know you can't see it right now, but you can tap on their names and see, look at their stats, which is really cool for the year. The whole system keeps all the stats for you. Johnny Gomes, Przinsky on at second, 1 away. And that's a 12. That's in play. 61 in play is going to be in the out range. And that is going to be a fly ball to right. No chance. Not deep enough for anything to happen. Przinsky doesn't have much speed, so he's going to stay at second. And Bart Colon is going to pitch to Albert Calaspo. He's 0 for 1. He flied out. And that's a 3. That's tough. 0-6. A tough 0-6 is a strikeout. So Bart is out of the inning. Wow. All right. This is exciting. I'm a big Bart Colon fan. I think he's hilarious. It's good for the game. Funny character. All right. So Colon is up. He's going to bat now. We're going to roll for him. Here's the pitch from Alex Wood. And that's a 4. And let's see. That's going to be ballpark for Colon, 92. A ballpark 92 on a right-hander is in play. In play, we're going to go into 70. In play, 70. That's in the out range. And that's going to be a fly ball center field. So Colon is out. 1 away here in the top of the 5th. Lagares is doubled and walked. That's a 7. That's tough. 73. Tough 73. And that's going to be an out. And that's going to be a, what is that? Tough 73. That's a line drive to second base. Line drive to second base. Lagares hits the ball right on the nose, but right at Jace Peterson. And it's David Wright. David Wright flied out and grounded out. And that's a 6. Tough 36. Tough 36 is going to be a base hit single for David Wright. It's good to see him get a hit. He's had lots of back problems over the last 3 years. one of the best third basemen the Mets ever had, the captain of the team. But he's been on the bench pretty much the last 3 seasons, and the last final game of last year, he retired. So it's going to be Lucas Duda. He's a lefty. Gonna get him, and we got to write his first name because I don't think I did that when I was putting him into the system. Lucas, he's bats lefty. All right, there you go. Got good power against lefties. 1-48 home run. Let's see if we can get it into his wheelhouse. Here's the pitch. It's a 6. It's a 70. Tough 70, and that's going to be a base hit. Wow, okay. A base hit, sharp liner into center, runner on first, advances 1 base. Okay, it's okay. So a single, a 2-out, back-to-back 2-out singles for the Mets, and they have runners on first and second. Unless, wait a second, actually, if Wright is a 6-speed, or at least a 6-speed, he goes to third automatically, and he does. So I'm going to move him to third. On the throw, out of play, advanced by batter. Just put it advanced by batter. Held up. All right, there you go. All right. Now who's up? Cuddyer, Michael Cuddyer. He flied out twice against Alex Wood, the lefty. And that's a 5. That's patient. A 48. A patient 48 against a lefty. It's going to be a base hit. And ball blooped into right field. Runner on first advances 1 base. Runner on second scores. So it's an RBI single for Michael Cuddyer. And let's look real quick at Duda. He's going to go to third. He's a 6. Excuse me. Let's drink some water here. All right. So we have John Mayberry. 2 outs, runners on first and third. Alex Wood is still in there for the Braves. John Mayberry, he flied out and doubled. And that's a 3. That's tough. A 30, a tough 30 against a lefty is a strikeout. That's the end of the inning, but the Mets, they pick up another run. They lead it now 3-1. 3-1, and Alex Wood can only go 6. So in the next inning, he's going to be fatigued. So he's probably going to have to get pulled. And he will get pulled because he's due up to bat. He's got a pretty decent game going here. Hopefully our battery hangs on. And it's going to be Simmons and Andrelton Simmons against Bart Colon, and then we're going to see who's the pinch hitter. Going to pull the data here. We got a data sheet with all the information. So let's see what happens here. Let's figure this one out. 10, that's a tough, and it's a 77. A tough 77 takes us to the out range, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Wilmer Flores to his left, and he throws him out. All right, so it's the pitcher now. Pitcher comes up, and he's going to get pulled. Let's see. Now we can look at the actual box score for Atlanta. We got Goslin pinch ran, so he can pinch hit. And we had Kelly Johnson, a lefty. I'm going to bring in Kelly Johnson to pinch hit. Let's bring in Kelly Johnson. There he is. Kelly Johnson's going to pinch hit against Bart Colon. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And that's an 8. That's a ballpark. A 97, a ballpark 97. He's a lefty. That's in play. Let's see what happens. 62, and in play 62 takes us to the out range. A fly ball to left. Michael Cuddyer waiting for it and makes the catch for out number 2. So Colon has found his groove, and it's Eric Young. Eric Young has hit a line drive and flied out. And that's a 3. That's a tough 42. And that's a strikeout. So Colon gets Young swing. right. We're going to need a new pitcher. And who pitched for the Braves? Let's take a look here. It was Cody Martin. Let's see if we have a Cody Martin. Now, we have a lot of pitchers. You get a lot of cards in this game. We may have a Cody Martin. We may not. He may be in the extra set. But very, very generous. Let's see if we have a Cody Martin. Otherwise, we go right down the line to the next one. Doesn't seem we have a Cody Martin, and we're not going to pull him out of the... We're not going to print him out. It's not that important. Just having fun with Cologne. So now there's no Cody Martin. Let's see who the next guy is. Luis Buñuelos. Let's see. The next guy was Juan Jaime. He's another one, another character. Juan Jaime. That's a crazy name. Juan Jaime. I don't think I saw him either. Sugar Ray Merriman. Juan Jaime. Sometimes at the beginning of the season, you get a couple of guys. They show up. They pitch a couple of games. And then they're turned into fringe players. He's not there either. Let's see if the next guy is here. Who's the next guy? Andrew McKirahan. And I saw him. Andrew McKirahan. So we're going to get McKirahan to come in. There he is. McKirahan is going to pitch. Replaces Alex Wood. And McKirahan is a lefty as well. Okay, good. That'll help us out. Help our brain out. How are we doing on battery power? Not too good. We may have to... Let's see if I can try to avoid having this cable go over the game we're playing. It's on this side. All right, so I'm going to see a little bit of the cable. All right, that'll keep us alive and wet for a while. There we go. Okay, so McKirahan's going to face... He's going to face Anthony Recker for the Mets here in the top of the 6th inning. The Mets are up 3-1. Now, yep. See what happens. Should, yep, we're doing well. Okay, here's the pitch from McKirahan to Recker. It's a 10, that's a tough. And it's a 71, a tough 71 on the left side is a strikeout. So Recker strikes out. Anthony Recker, catcher for the Mets. Flores, 12, that's wheelhouse. 0-0, but that's going to be a rare play. We're going to pull a card here for a rare play number, and that's a 10. We pulled a 10. Let's see what happens here on the rare play with nobody on base. This is always fun. All right, let's see what happens. Rare play. Nobody on base. A 10. Catcher hit by foul ball. Check for injury. Not doing that. So, all right, where were we? We're going to roll again. That's a 10. That's a tough. A 32. A tough 32. It's going to be a double for Flores. So Wilmer gets a hold of a pretty good pitch. And he drives it into the gap for a double, a stand-up double. And it's Ruben Tejada. Tejada's grounded out twice. And that's a 3. That's a patient 78. A patient 78. It's going to take us into the out range. It's going to be a fly to center. Eric Young is there. And he makes the out. And now it's going to be, you know what? This is the issue with Cologne, because if he can. We're going to let him bat because he's only given up 1 run. Just going to see how far he can go. If he gets in any trouble, we'll pull him. All right, that's a 4. That's in play. In play 76. In play 76. Not there. Goes to the out range. And that's a fly ball again. Lifted to center. Eric Young with the catch. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Braves are coming up. Mets lead at 3-1. going to be Jace Peterson leading it off. Jace Peterson is 1 for 2. He grounded out and singled. And that's a 7. That's in play. A 38, an in play 38. Oh, just out of range there. It's going to be a ground ball back. Comebacker to Colon, who's got quick cat-like reflexes for a guy his size. Pretty surprising. And he throws out Jace Peterson, hustling down the line by half a step. One away here in the bottom of the 6th. Nick Markakis, 10. That's a 50. A tough 50 is going to be an out. What kind of out? It's going to be a ground ball hit sharply to right over to first. 2 away. And it's Freddie Freeman. Freeman's walked and grounded out. And that's a 7. That's in play, 0-3. And in play, 0-3 is a double. Double for Freeman. Run around second. 2 outs. A.J. Brzezinski, who's 2 for 2. And that's an 11. That's a defense. Let's see what happens here. It's a defense. It's an error center field. Lagares is a Gold Glove type center fielder. So he's a 4 in center field, a 4, and we rolled a 50. So let's see what happens with a 4, and that's going to be an out. So Lagares runs it down, snow cone catch, but that's the 3rd out, and we go to the top of the 7th. Mets are facing McKirahan. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. McKirahan is going to face Juan Lagares. Made a nice catch and leads off the inning. And that's a 4. That's an in-play 63. A in-play 63. It's going to be in the out range. It's going to be a fly ball to right. 1 away. David Wright now. David Wright is 1 for 3. That's a 7. That's in play. 25. An in-play 25 off a lefty is a base hit. So Wright with the 2nd hit of the game. It's always nice to see. Lucas Duda, the lefty versus lefty. And that's a 4. That's in play. An 86. An in-play 86 takes us to a ground ball. That's going to be a double play. It's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. Yep. So it's going to be a ground out, 4-6-3, double play, and the Braves get out of the inning. It'll be Johnny Gomes leading it off for Atlanta against Bart Colon. Colon has been in the groove. He's allowed only 5 hits here in 6 innings and 1 run. So he's hanging in there. Let's see what happens. We got action in the Met bullpen. And that's a 3. That's a tough 10 is going to be a strikeout. So Gomes down on strikes. Now Alberto Calaspo, he's flat out and struck out. And that's an 8. That's going to be a ballpark, a 39, a ballpark 39 on a righty. I don't know, he's a switch hitter. So he'll be batting lefty. A 39 takes us into the in-play. In-play is an 06, and that's going to be a single. Single for Calaspo. Terry Collins is going to go out to the mound. That's going to count as a mound visit. And it's going to be Andrelton Simmons. And that's a 6. That's in play. A 24, an in-play 24. And that's going to be a ball blooped into right field. Runner on first advances 1 base. Unless Calaspo is a 6. Then he'll go to third with, oh no, there's only 1 out. So he's going to stop at second base. So it's first and second now. And we have the pitcher up. The pitcher is up, so it's going to be a pinch hitter. And we're gonna bring in. Let me see who we had here. Let's take a look at in game 2. We had. Oh Christ! All right, we had Kelly Johnson pinch hit, Goslin pinch ran. We're gonna use Goslin as a pinch hitter. Make our life easy at this point. Stuff went flying. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Hopefully we may not even have Goslin. If we don't have Goslin, we're cooked. Well, not really, because we got to look at the next game. We go over here to the iPad I have on my left, and I look at the next game and I see who they were using. So this is game number. This is the April 12th game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the April 13th game and see who they used, who was on the roster. Because usually, I mean, I realize the rosters change every day, but generally speaking, the next day. Oh man, this takes a couple of seconds. Yeah, I gotta go back. All right, next game. All right, in the next game, let's see who the Braves had going on here. Oh, that's not the next game. That's the same game. Do I have the next game now? Let's see. Oh, Christ. All right, this is the April 12th game. We want to go to the next game. All right, I hit the next game. Let's see if it takes us there now. Okay, now it's April 13th game. In the April 13th game, the Braves have Johnson as a pinch hitter. They have Maben. Maben's on the team, so Maben's going to hit. All righty. Problem solved. Boom. All right. Here's the pitch from Colon to Maben. Runs on first. And you know what? Maben is a righty. We're going to bring somebody in here. Game number 2 for the Mets, we had Torres, Carlos Torres. He's a pretty good pitcher, and we're going to pull him. That's going to be it for our boy Colon. See if Torres can get out of this inning. Then we're going to give Colon the win. Torres, he's a lefty, so we don't want to bring him in. Let's see. Blevins and Familia's in there. Too early to bring Familia in. Let me see the next. I have the next game here, so I know. Let's see. Who did they have the week before? Let's take a look at that. The week before, the Mets had Carlos Torres, Familia, Blevins. Oh, Carlisle. They had Carlisle. And I think I saw him in here. He's a righty, so we're going to bring in Carlisle. The closest we can get. Carlos. Oh, no. Carlos Torres is a righty. Why did I think he was a lefty? That's weird. Okay. Anyway. All right. Carlos Torres is coming in. He actually pitched in this game. He's a righty. I thought he was a righty. I don't know why. For some reason, I don't know what I saw. Is there another Torres in it? Oh, yeah. I was looking at Alexander Torres. See that? All right. Okay, so we're going to have Maben as pinch hitter. Going to have to write him in. And what's his first name? Cameron. Cameron Maben. And he's gonna be in there. He's gonna be include defensive sub. No. All right. Here's Carlos Torres. Carlos Torres had a I thought he did better than that. 4.68 ERA with a 5-6 record. See if he can hold on. First and second. And that's a 12. That's a wheelhouse 0-9. A wheelhouse 0-9 against a right-handed pitcher is a 3-run bomb. 3-run bomb. That's going to be it. Because now it's a tie game. The loss would go to Torres. So that's it for Bart. Bart pitched pretty well up to the bottom of the seventh. Final score is going to be 4-3 Braves. And it's a 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 4 left on base for the Braves. For the Mets, it's 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and I thought we did have an error, but that must have been in the previous game. I thought we had an error somewhere in there. I thought we had like a 2-base error, but I think that was in the last game I played. There was a lot of opportunities here for errors, but nothing materialized. So it's and 6 left on base for the Mets, but the Mets take another loss here. Gonna end the game right there. Confirm exit. So the losing pitcher up till now. Let's see. The win is gonna go to McKirahan, and the loss. I don't know. I'm not seeing the other pitcher. Let me make sure I put him in there. Let's see, score game. Let's make sure I have Torres in there. Oh no, yeah, okay. Carlos Torres. All right, let's go back. Let's go back. Undo. And then we're gonna go to replace Colon with Carlos Torres. Include offensive. Yes. Okay, now it's going to be a 3-run homer by Maben. Maben, the pinch hit 3-run homer. He did not. He had 7 home runs against righties. So I would have been better off. No, he had more home runs. He had a better opportunity. 1-23 against lefties. 1-13 against righties. And what do we pull? Pull it. Where is it? I don't know what I do with it. I don't know what I pulled. Oh, no, it was right off the wheelhouse. It was right off the wheelhouse. So it was this roll right here, a 0-9. And that was a home run. So it's a 3-run shot. And that's going to exit it out of this game now. Now I should be able to put in the loss goes to Torres. And that's it for Cologne. We're going to play another game now. So I'll set it up. So let's say so long to everybody. Thanks for watching. It went a long time. All right. Take